Welcome back to another edition of Music Monday off of the podcast Nurture the Mind. I am your host, Poots, just going around in circles in my chair because I am ready for another music reaction from Falling in Reverse. So, I'm going back to the previous comment and viewer named Chris Through the Glass. And we listened to Caught Like a Fly. That was 2 weeks ago, which I really enjoyed that song. And in that comment, Chris Through the Glass said, Caught Like a Fly or Over When It's Over. So now I am going to go check out Over When It's Over and see what that song has to offer. So this song is off of the album Fashionably Late, which there is a title track, Fashionably Late, which I've already heard, which I think is a really good song. From Falling in Reverse, Over When It's Over, It's Over When It's Over, off of the album Fashionably Late. This came out in 2013, June 18th, 2013. I remember at that point in time, I was dating my high school sweetheart, and she was actually the first person to introduce me to Ronnie, Radke, and Falling in Reverse. So at that time, though, I didn't really have a good perception or image of who Ronnie Radke was, and never really gave this band a chance until I got older. So I'm excited. I mean, again, I love everything that Falling in Reverse does. I know this is a lot of like their older stuff, so it may not appeal to me as much, but I can still respect it. Go back, give it a chance, and just see what it has to offer. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So weird beat.
For what it's worth, I walk 1,000 miles without my shoes to make it work. I swore to God that I'm never coming back. Kept my faith when I was cracked. Through the wrong door, crack in the floor, and these metal doors that got me trapped. I know myself and my mind is strong, so I won't lose my head. I've got my demons that I fight with every little thought and every breath. I wear my heart up on my sleeve, so my soul's exposed, and I carry this disease, the pain of the Holy Ghost. God, can you hear me? God is driving too fast. But if you took the time to check up in your rearview mirror, you'd see the things you're driving from are your biggest fears. You gotta get back up on the ridge above and walk right through the fire. No matter what happens, the path is that the flames keep getting higher. You gotta keep it going, keep tiptoeing through the fire and the flames of the pain. I'm knowing the road is down, but keep on going, gotta get that smoke. I wear my heart up on my sleeve, so my soul's exposed, and I carry this disease, the pain of the Holy Ghost. God, can you hear me? God is missing. Take it back, my friend. All the things that you said about the end. This is it, this is me telling you it ain't over till it's over. Turn it up, my friend. This voice telling you if you want it best. That is that fire on, gotta tell it from my way. It's over. So please, just let me make my peace. I refuse to let your words be the death of me. Please, just let me live my life. Stop living in my shadow and just make it right. It's over.
Oh,
Take it back.
Okay. Wow. What a nice song. I didn't want to interrupt the flow. I was just kind of enjoying it. Okay. First thoughts, first takeaways is definitely in the beginning. I was not expecting that sound. It sounds very techno-ish, techno vibe. But now that I know a lot about Ronnie, about Falling in Reverse, and a lot of the songs that I've heard, it's not uncharacteristic for them to try things that are different, compared to probably the earlier music that they made where they tried to stick very tightly to their genre. That sound is not a sound that I think would normally go. This album is categorized as hard rock. That doesn't sound like hard rock. That sounds like techno. It sounds like it could be hip hop or rap. But over time, that's how Ronnie evolved as he started rapping in his songs, creating more of a flow. You could kind of hear it here. Again, yeah, it's not like a heavy song. There's not a whole lot that was necessarily drawing me in with instrumentation, but the lyrics to me are what's intriguing. And I'd have to go back and listen one more time. I don't think I'm going to do it because I kind of want to cut this video a little bit short, but it seemed like the subject matter had a lot to deal with perseverance and getting through adversity. Him talking about, driving on the road and looking in his rear view mirror. And, those are the certain things that were chasing him. He was basically going away from that fear. And it's so interesting that that's the subject matter, because I was actually just having a conversation about this exact same subject with my best friend Dakota, because both of us struggle from time to time with, just general levels of anxiety. Always just, for me personally, like I've always just been more of like an anxious person, and that's something I've had to deal with as I've gotten older. But one revelation that both of us are starting to come to, which is not always easy to integrate into your life all the time, but really the problem with anxiety and just these set of lyrics is really making me think like those things that we typically run away from in our lives are actually the things that we need to run toward if we want to liberate ourselves from that fear, from that anxiety. Doesn't mean it will always fully, be not present in our lives. I think there's always going to be a little bit of anxiety. There's just so much shit that is going on in the world right now, through media, through culture, through our personal lives, through stress at work, raising a family, whatever it is. Like there's so many things that we have to deal with. You can't always get rid of it, but you can get better at managing the anxiety. You can get better at like handling problems. And that is, I think, all derived from our ability to say, hey, like, let's go confront this problem right away and break it down into micro size, little pieces that we can digest instead of trying to swallow the whole damn thing. There's the analogy of if you're going to try and eat an elephant, how are you going to do that? Well, it's one piece at a time. It's, one body part at a time, because the elephant is fucking massive. And so, again, I'd have to go through the lyrics. Maybe I'll pull them up here real quick so I can give just a little bit more context. But that's the thing that I really drew into on this song. Very inspiring, again, for knowing everything that Ronnie Radke has gone through over the course of his career. And I still find it incredibly disrespectful that people are not giving him enough credit for how talented he is. And I shouldn't even necessarily say talented. The man is skilled. The man is skilled because of all the work that he's put into his craft of music, but also skilled in the sense of all the things that he's had to go through in life has made him a very adversity overcoming driven type of person. And I just admire lyrics like that. Like I can relate to the struggle, because again, that's a human quality, that's a human experience that we all have, is we have to face adversity from time to time in our lives. If you go through life without adversity, well, you're probably being coddled, and you're gonna eventually have to face that stuff in the future. It's just a reality of life. Let me pull up these lyrics real quick, just so if I have any more fleeting thoughts I'm not going to go through and listen to it one more time. Maybe I'll do it on my own, but not for the video. So Fashionably Late, Deluxe Edition. It's over when it's over. Okay, verse 1. I've got my life laid out in front of me like roads, drawn on a map. I've had so many times where I slipped off the beaten path. Who hasn't, dude? When you're trying to make something of yourself, if you're trying to choose a path in life to be a better person, to push past your struggles, your demons, the adversity, eventually, again, a human characteristic is we slip from time to time. Relatable lyrics. I took the time to see the picture, and for what it's worth, I'd walk 1,000 miles without my shoes to make it work. I swore to God that I'm never coming back, kept my faith when I was clapped. Staring at a wall through a crack in the floor in these metal doors that got me trapped. Probably talking about prison. He had a lot of time in prison to write a lot of songs, to reflect, to do a lot of introspection. I needed to watch more interviews about him and see what his take is, from that experience in jail and how that really shaped him. I got to remind myself that my mind is strong so I won't lose my head. I've got my demons that I fight with every little thought and every little breath. So profound, so almost prophetic in a way, if you want to look at it like that. I do the same thing. I have to remind myself constantly that I'm strong, that I'm confident, that I'm brave, that I'm bold, that I can be assertive, based on, if I get myself kind of like in an anxious rut, if I'm feeling more anxious about a certain situation and now I'm having all these anxious thoughts, I always remind myself, like, dude, like, you've gotten through way worse. Like, this pales in comparison to what you've been through. So interesting reminder, I've got demons that I fight with every little thought and every breath. Same thing, dude, same thing. Here at points and at times in my life, having these like obsessive, panic, fear-driven thoughts that like you have to consciously cut down in your own head, break it down and say, that's not true, because that's what our mind tries to do to us, is it tries to lie and deceive us. Go through the pre-chorus, go through the chorus, verse 2. You've got your life laid out in front of you like a car crash, unconscious at the wheel because you were driving too fast. You were unconscious to certain mistakes that you were making. You weren't prepared. You weren't being analytical of what was going on. Another thing that us humans do, which is really stupid, is we know that there's a bad decision in front of us, and yet we still make that bad decision, fully knowing that like this isn't going to lead to anything good, but we do it anyways. But if you took the time to check up in your rear view mirror, you'd see the things you're driving from are your biggest fears. Stop fleeing away from your fears. They're only going to grow. They're only going to triple and multiply in size. Find some time to really attack those fears and break them down into manageable steps as to how you can get over them. That is our duty. That is our job as we age. Doesn't matter what happened to us as kids, from our family, childhood, home life, bad relationships. You got to fix those things as you get older. Let's stop playing victim mentality. You got to get back up from the wreckage above and walk right through the fire. No matter what happens, the fact is that the flames keep getting higher. You got to keep going. Got to keep it going. Keep tiptoeing through the fire and the flames and the pain of knowing the world is dark. Got to keep on glowing. Got to give that spark. Got to keep on glowing. The lyrics are insanely profound, and he's making this back in 2013, and we obviously know the music that he's created over the last 2-3 years. Shouldn't say just Ronnie, but Falling in Reverse as a whole. Just an amazing group of guys with their ringleader, Ronnie Radke. Always just shocked with the insight that he has. I love this dude. I don't even know the guy, but I love this guy, and just the wisdom that he gives off and the controlled spirit that he has. to progress through life and all of its hardships. It's inspiring because, you know, we all need that. There's times when we feel low and we feel like we can't pick ourselves up, and sometimes you just need that example. You need that model of a person that shows you that that is actually possible and that you can do the same thing. That wakes people up. So thank you for the suggestion, Chris Through the Glass. Another great one. Not too much to say, I guess, right now on the musical side. I really like the lyrics. That's the thing that really grabbed me in. It sounded nice. It sounded appealing. Again, I'll have to go back through it one more time, but keep sending in suggestions. As always, if you're new to the channel, like these videos, subscribe to the channel, comment, give me a suggestion, give me a song, give me an artist to check out. If you like my content, if you like the videos, please share the message with a friend. That is the best way to grow this channel. You know, I very much love doing this, but at the same time too, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get my message out there. I'm trying to get more people to watch these videos, to interact, and it would just mean a whole lot to me if you guys just spread the message. That is how it grows, word of mouth. I'm here dedicating my time, you know, to record these videos. The least I could ask is just share it, share the message, like, subscribe, whatever. One of those three things, you know, I think is easy to do. But I thank you guys so much. I will see you on the next video, the next reaction, whatever it happens to be. Could be a dual podcast. I would love to get back into those. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.